everyone, welcome back. This is number 6 of Journal with Me Reflection Time. Today our word, again it comes from Whollypiecemeal on Instagram. Our word is beyond. Today again I'm working on 2 pages and I am trying to decide what to do, how to answer these questions. So while I'm thinking, I decided to start working using an old envelope and I'm going to use it as a pocket. So I'm just going to create, just give it some color and do some sticking, sticking down my flap. I felt like I wanted to use that as a pocket as well. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put it on my book. Not sure exactly how I'm going to use it yet, so I'm thinking while I play with it. So I decided to pull out my color pencils, just regular color pencils, and I'm going to start giving my envelope some color. I put the card inside of the envelope so that I would get a smooth surface, because without it, when you fold the envelope to stick it, you have those lines inside, and I didn't want those lines when I was coloring. So I just took a little card and I slipped it inside to just remove those lines, and I'll have a smooth surface. That bit in the corner up there, I'm just gonna cover it with this piece of jelly print that I have on the side. Yeah, I don't want that print showing, so I'm just covering it with a piece of paper, and I'll cover over that with some more color pencil coloring. And now I'm just going to take the bottom flap, I'm just going to cover it with a piece of a book print page. So I'm just sizing it up, measuring it, just averaging, which caused me to mess it up the first time, but that's okay. I'm going to take a second page and just cover the bottom, but not entirely. I'm just going to leave a small white border around it. But I'm covering the bottom half with an old book page. So now I'm going to use these markers. I've never used them before. I bought them because they were cheap. I saw them in a bookstore, and they are by Pointer, and they are water-based markers. So I wanted to try it and see what that looked and felt like. And I colored on the page. It's a raw page, there's nothing covering it, and I'm just adding water to try to activate it to see what happens, and it is spreading a bit. I don't know, maybe because it's an old book page, the marker really got soaked into the page, but it's nice. I like it. I think I want to try it on a page that is gessoed to see how if the marker moves more, you know what I mean, instead of soaking into the page. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. I like it. So I just tried it, and now I'm thinking of the word beyond and my question. And the first question is, How do you feel? What do you feel is beyond your control? For me, I decided to cut out the shape at the top because I was trying to think of school, because my daughter is in school and we have a lot of stuff happening in our country concerning our children and school. And I've been praying about it, thinking about it, asking God, what to do, what decisions to make regarding different things. So that is a main part of my thoughts and feelings these past couple of days. So, question: what do you feel is beyond your control? When I read this question, this was the first thing that popped up in my mind, and my thought was, well, since it's a school, I decided to do, well, this is my version. I know it's really an interesting school, right? But this is my version of school, quote unquote, and it was just about me giving it over to God, and trusting Him, knowing that He is in control no matter what, and reminding myself that He has always been in control. He has brought me through many difficult situations, and this is going to be one of them. So just trust God. You do your part, and He is doing His work, even though we can't see it. And now I'm drawing a school book, well, a book, because I'm thinking, it's school, and I want to write, remind myself that I trust God on the school, quote unquote, school book, So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. And I want to stick it on the front of the pocket where the book page is. So that's the plan for this book. On this yellow paper, it has some marks. It's coffee that I dripped onto the page. Love how that looks. And I just measured it so that I could write my response to that first question, and then I'm going to tuck it inside that pocket. But I have to glue it down first. So I'm just gluing down the two sides so I could tuck it in. And I just want to make sure that there's enough space for the paper to go in, and that's my pocket with an old envelope. So I'm just gonna write, just measuring it here, making sure it could go in. I'm just gonna write my journal, my response to the first question. Because it was so long, I wrote on both sides, but it was long, so I just folded it and tucked it in. So that's my first question answered. I really love that piece. I wanted to use it so bad, but it just didn't feel like it fit on the page. Anyway, so on to the second question. Do you aim to create things that are beyond your expectations? No, I don't. I end up in some situations that feel like they're beyond my expectations, but I don't try to create it on purpose, because then that would just stress me out. So no, I don't aim to do that. That is not a goal of mine, but my goal is always to do my best to put God first, no matter the situation and no matter how intense it is. It's always to put God first, because no matter what, once I put God first, everything else is going to fall into place. So on this page, I am I'm stamping the word boundaries, because the next question deals with that. It says, is it time to move beyond your current boundaries? And that word boundaries kept bouncing around in my head. So I just decided to stamp it 3 times along the edge of this page, the middle. And yes, sometimes, thinking about this question, I did feel like I thanked God actually for helping me to understand boundaries a bit better, because I was terrible at it, to be honest. So I ended up just in a place of gratitude where God showed me that I didn't need to set boundaries. And then this question actually made me think about that, and it made me start to really think, because I never really thought about it before. But do I need to make any adjustments? So I ended up just writing a little prayer asking God to show me where I need to make adjustments, if I need to make adjustments, and to just basically show me how to do it to my boundaries, adjustments to my boundaries. So I thanked God for it, for boundaries in my life, because they are so necessary. And I learned this late in life, in my life. And I just really thanked God still for it, and for giving me the ability to do it, because it was very difficult after having no boundaries for so many years and saying yes all the time, yes, 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 even though it was making me feel stifled. I was able to go through a very painful process of saying no, or not yet, or not now. And it may sound simple, but it was very difficult for me, and I thank God that I learned how to do it, and I'm still getting better at it. I'm not perfect. I'm still, practicing. So I simply asked God, show me. I decided to use the rest of this jelly print paper. I really like it, and I wanted to add it to the page. And this flower is about growth and beauty, and I decided to draw it as a reminder to me that I am still growing and I am beautiful inside, because God is with me and He is working on me. He is working on me, and He's continuing to do a good work in me. I believe that's Philippians verse 6, chapter 1. Or is it chapter 1, verse 6? Oh man. Yes, it's Philippians chapter 1 and verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that He which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. So this flower, it's a reminder to me, and it reminds me that I am still growing and God is working in me, and He's not going to stop. He's continuing. It is continuing no matter what situations I face, no matter how things might seem to be out of my control, beyond my control, but He's still there. He's still present. He's still working, and He's going to keep working until God comes back, Jesus comes back. So now I'm going to stick my pocket down, and I decided to stick this image as a little cute reminder that I'm still growing, and I'm content with that, and to be content with that. And then this image, I stuck to the front, the bird, because it reminds me of peace and to be peaceful. But I forgot about my book. I remembered after, and I tucked it behind.